Hi everyone, allow me to introduce my latest addition to my bike collection. This beautiful, cool looking, specialized Allez M4 Pro. Look at its shape, its color, this black and yellow color, and this great looking fork. This whole bike with the components just so cool to look at. Now speaking of the bike manufacturer, Specialized has always been a trendsetter in the bike industry. This M4 Pro is no exception. In fact, when this model came out in 2000, a lot of models since then has copied the exact shape and it really hasn't changed that much until today. For example, the Specialized Allez Sprint, if you compare that model to this bike, apart from this exact horizontal top tube, the down tube and the seat tube and the rear wheel cutout is pretty much all the same, and that just tells you how nice this bike is. And that Allez Sprint is actually used in one of the professional UCI Continental racing team, and that's basically tell you how big this bike is in setting the trend for a lot of models that follow. Now talking about the shape of this whole bike, a lot of components on this bike has similar shape to the ones that are used in airplane, as well as blade and sail. It's called airfoil. So the airfoil actually has a rounded top edge and a sharp leading trailing edge. So if I illustrate this with a piece of paper, if I just bend this paper right here, you can see the front of this paper is actually really round, and the ending has a really sharp edge. This is very aerodynamic because it can deflect a lot of oncoming air, reduce the drag, and therefore increase the velocity. On this bike, it's implemented from the down tube right here. You can see with this round leading edge, top tube as well with a round leading edge and a sharp trailing edge. Also this seat tube right here, it's airfoil shape right here as well. Very aerodynamic shape, and also very beautiful to look at. Speaking of the components of this bike, they're all very top notch. The drivetrain used here are Shimano Ultegra. That includes the rear derailleur, the front derailleur, as well as the shift levers. The hubs are all from Shimano Ultegra. The chain rings are 5339, also from Ultegra. The derailleur system are 9-speed, even very strong in today's standard. And if you look in the front, you can see this beautiful looking fork. It's actually made of carbon fiber offered by the manufacturer Look. It's not only good to look at, but it's also very strong and stiff, and it can absorb a lot of vibrations on the road for the front end of the bike. Now if you see that saddle, as well as the headset and the handlebar, they're all offered from Ritchie. It's one of the biggest manufacturers as well. Overall, the components, and also one thing I need to remind you is that the brake system are also Ultegra. It's a dual pivot brake. Consider this whole bike came out in the year of 2000. It's really great, top-notch components back then. So overall, the components used here are very top-notch, very great, very high performance. Now I personally test rode this bike over the past weekend. I personally felt really great. The turnings are very responsive, and I felt this bike is very light. But just to show you that my opinions are not biased, I'm going to read you some comments and feedbacks from the owners of this exact M4 Pro from roadbikereview.com. Aeroframe, time fork. Acceleration is the name of the game. The best drop dead looks. Fast as the wind and will climb like no tomorrow. Great components and looks, super stiff and responsive. Speed plate pedals help keeps the bike under 18.5 pounds. 18.5 pounds from the year of 2000. That is some extra lightweight material. In summary, this Specialized Allez M4 Pro is just not only good to look at, also very cool, and the components used here are very solid, very high performance. Its beautiful airfoil shape throughout the whole bike just makes it one of the best value in the used bike market. And the great news is that this bike is actually up for sale. So for those of you who are interested, feel free to come here, take a look, and I assure you, you will be surprised. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos that has come. Thank you.